Hello everybody, HectiX here, and welcome back to Kaido Racer 2. Now, in the last episode, we ended up getting the slasher to appear, as well as we got the Hakone Nanamagari license, so we're going to be taking care of that first. But before we can get into that, I do have to accept the slasher for Hakone's message here. So, there we go, we will challenge him. And now we will move on to Hakone Nanamagari. Now, I did do a very, very brief amount of money grinding. I ended up buying the level 2 transmission, just because I want to shorten those gear ratios quite a bit, because they were actually quite long and I was getting the car bogged down, so yeah, I kind of needed to upgrade that. Now, I don't know if we are... I think that's... Yep, it is. So, first random sponsor. So we're going to take care of this one. This is going to give us a decent amount of money, considering you can put it on the back and it gives you, I think, 75,000 yen. So it can be quite useful. And it's not that difficult of a race, to be honest. Actually, I've had I think I touched on this the last time I tried to record this series. I did actually complete this with the exact same clear time, and it counts as a fail. So, yeah. You can't just get the exact same clear time, you have to get something lower, which is a shame. So, can't exactly just cheese it and just, yeah, go for the exact same clear time. Even though that's insanely precise if you can do that, but it's a shame it doesn't count as a win. I'm just going to take it nice and easy because this car has quite a bit of understeer. I wouldn't think it's because of the four-wheel drive, even though yes, four-wheel drive is quite understeery, but just I think the way they have this car set up, it feels a little bit more prone to it. At least the pick up and go out of corners is not too bad. There we go. Already stumbling over my words. Brilliant. Now I should be able to cross that line in 12 seconds. Provided I don't royally mess this up somehow. Like that. Ow. At least we still got it. That was a terrible run, but we got ourselves a new sponsor to add to the list. So we'll have to put that sticker on the car at some point. Take care of this 180SX. Well, actually, speaking of the 180SX here, I'm tempted to get the SIL 80, because there is the SIL 80 in this game, as well as the 1VIA. But, yeah. They count as special cars, so to use them in events is not exactly very viable. Unless there's a special medal at the end. I can't remember. Now I did, again, shorten the gear ratio, so I'm hoping this has a bit more pick up and go out of the corners. Just hope I didn't make them too short. Now the next thing is probably going to be brakes. I wouldn't be surprised. However, I would not mind upgrading this thing to turbo, considering I don't need it to be NA anymore. Very tempting. Now, also, I should point out, part 1 is going up, or has already been uploaded to YouTube. So that's scheduled to upload, because I'm recording this on Wednesday, that is scheduled to go up on the Friday of the same week. So yeah, the quality seems to have come out okay. So hopefully that remains the same after it goes through everything on YouTube. So crossing my fingers on that. Managed to get appropriate settings, because the settings I had before wasn't quite right. It made it basically shrunk the screen. So it went in full screen, but when it came out rendered, it was like very tiny, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, I had to fiddle with that. Now to the high gambler here. EK9, yes it is. So hopefully I can beat him, considering EK9 is a decent front-wheel drive car. That, if anything, that would be my front-wheel drive car of choice, minus the Starlet, of course. But considering I don't have access to the EK9 right now, as well as the fact that, well, by the time I get to it, I don't think I really need front-wheel drive anymore, per se. But we'll see about that. So I don't know how long exactly I'm going to be holding on to this Mazda 3 before I end up upgrading it to something else. What the next car is going to be, I do not know. Preferably something rear-wheel drive, as well as, well, it doesn't have to be turbo because I can just swap it to turbo, but preferably something rear-wheel drive and not too heavy. But at the same time, I don't want it to be something very typical, like, oh, just buy an E86 or S13 or something like that. It's just, I'm trying to do like I did the last time, where getting something unique. So, something that you don't normally see too often. So, whether or not I go for the MRS again, I don't know. I did do that, but I don't know if I'll do it again. So yeah, if anybody at this stage of the game, well, after you finish one of the slashers, because they give you a whole new car list, if anybody has any car suggestions, let me know, because I'm actually quite curious what people want me to drive. That is, if it's a viable car, of course. Don't give me something like, oh, pick the Mitsubishi R2. Yeah, don't do that, because there's no way I'm buying that. Or pick the Daihatsu Midget. No, not going to be doing that. I'll never win a race. So anyway, no, I can do that. I can get away with that. Because I think it's 50,000 in order to race the slasher. So I could probably get away with putting... Oop. Wrong button. There it is. Cooling mod. Think I can get away with this. Right? Yes, I can. So, actually, is there anything else I can get away with? I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Yeah. I think in total it's 220,000 for rims front and back, so... Oh! I done goofed. I should probably do this. Put the new sticker on the back of the car. Yours is going to be removed. To one off. I can't remember exactly where yours makes more money. It's 2,000 there, but how much is on the back window? 2,000 as well. So it really doesn't matter, so I'm just going to stick it there. Screw it. As long as it's on the car. Anyway, now we can move to nighttime. And good. It's not raining. So, typical fashion, I'm going to save the slasher for last. So I'm going to do Hiroshima first. See who we got here. Maybe I'll race FR Benchmark, I don't know. If he's here tonight. So another star. Oh, Glanza V. This will be a fun one. And also take a sip of my drink really quick. My throat's bugging me today. Also, did he put a... No, he didn't. Okay. I thought I saw he put the rally kit on the top, but no, he just stuck the GT wing on the back. like, wait a minute, did you really put a rally kit on a front-wheel drive car? That really... Actually, I don't even know why it's in the game. It increases the weight, but whether or not it does anything else, I don't know. I figured it'd be the same as the body kit, purely cosmetic. At least I do believe the aero kit is purely cosmetic. I would assume that way. I doubt it has any other rhyme or reason. Whether or not it makes cornering better, no idea. I do kind of want to get the spoon, or what? I don't think it was a spoon kit. It was the Mazda Speed kit that this car gets. I keep wanting to say spoon kit. I really do. Because I think of Mazda, or sorry, when I think of Mazda and Honda, I always think of spoon. So, oh well, and that's our only rival here. Okay. I was expecting more in Hiroshima, but guess not. Anyway, Hakone. Is it just the slasher, or do we have anybody else to take care of? Just the slasher. So tonight is going to be very, very quick. 50,000. Thought so. Anyway, I will be quiet for the cutscene. Definitely better cutscenes than the previous two games, by a long shot. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Akagi that has my favorite, specifically for a certain reason, and I'm not going to spoil it until we get there. Then you can see exactly why, although it should be pretty obvious. At least I would assume it'd be pretty obvious. Now thankfully, unlike the very first game, I don't have to worry about an SP bar, so I can tap the wall as much as I want. Not that I want to tap the wall, but at least I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, this car has definitely been a good choice. The only thing I will say, it does feel kinda heavy. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it isn't the heaviest car, it kinda feels like it. I don't know if that's just because the setup I have on the car that makes it feel a little bit heavier. No idea. And there we go. That's stage 1 done. We still have to finish Hiroshima. And now we got new sponsors to take care of, as well as Haruna, Akagi, and Urarako have been unlocked. So Turbo Festa has been unlocked for Hakone. I don't believe I can do it. Even if I do upgrade this card to Turbo, I don't know. Hiroshima Slasher, we'll go take care of him as well. So yeah, that's basically the basis of the game. That's it. Nothing else to really talk about per se. I will go through the information, even though I would normally save that to the end. I will quickly go through it now. And then we'll worry about the message stuff later. So graffiti art, autocomplete, ROM level 3 it says, and turbo kit level 3. That's wrong. That's turbo kit level 2 and ROM level 2. Yeah, all the level 3 stuff is completely wrong. There's no way I've got level 3 yet. The Alfa Romeo, if that is what I think it is, I actually enjoyed that car. Speedster, Fiat Coupe, S3 Audi, Toyota Altezza, the MRS, the Cappuccino, again, would not mind that for a friend of mine. Subaru Alcyon, if I pronounced that right, still don't know. The Legacy Wagon, Forester, HZ31, that's not a bad grab. R31 Skyline, that is also not a bad grab. Zafiro or Maxima. Laurel, S13s, front-wheel drive Pulsar, and the Bluebird. Excuse me. The Bluebird wasn't that bad. I did have a playthrough with that. It was actually quite good. FTO, FC, that's not the Infinity model. A couple of MX-5 Roadsters. 2 Accords. I believe it's the CL1 that's actually faster, I believe. The Storia, that's another tempting grab. Rocco, Akagi, Haruna have also been unlocked. So we'll go take care of the slasher message next episode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze all that in for this episode, but we do have 1.7 million to spend. I don't know if I want to change cars. I do want to keep this because I'm going to need it for front-wheel drive. Curious what's in the used car dealership. Forester, Glanza, A92, another Forester, a 180, S13. Hey, my Honda Beat's in here. I will be buying that at some point. And the S12 Sylvia, which I haven't actually used. I don't know if it's any good. But then again, if I'm going to get a Sylvia, I would get an S13, 14, or 15. I don't see a reason to get the S12 here. But anyway, nothing really special there. I'm not going to get any more money upgrades, or bonus money for beating the Hiroshima Slasher, I know that. So I don't believe there's anything else for level 2 engine. Yeah. So let's actually boost the engine. AKP, thank you. I do want to get the turbo. Brakes, I definitely want brakes. Gonna need that. Keep it in black. Doesn't really matter what color. Weight down, I definitely want. Shave as much weight out of this thing as I can, even though I'm gonna get a little bit back with the reinforce. But that'll help with the corners. Tires, don't need to worry about. Trunk, I will keep it. Yeah, what the heck, it doesn't look too bad with the actual carbon trunk. Screw it. I do want to grab the aero kit. No, actually, no, I don't. Not yet. Because I do want to convert this thing to turbo. There we go. So yeah, it's at turbo kit level 3. I do not have access to it. It's only level 2. Not that I can afford either of them, so yeah, I did get a slight, actually quite a bit of a boost. Wow, I gained like 50, 60 horsepower from that. That's actually not bad. Rims, what the heck? I got money to throw right now. I don't know what would look good. Probably go with those, to be honest. I think those are the ones I typically get. Maybe even those don't look too bad. Front and rear, definitely. I have just enough for that too. So there we go. Car's been modified. I don't need to do anything else. Although I have been playing Underground 2, and I'm not going to lie, the rims I just put on this this Mazda do look like the rims Rachel has on her 350Z. Not going to lie, and I went to the wrong tab. Wanted to go to the tie-up sponsors. So, Rifen, or Lifen as it says on there. This is also a tempting grab. I would not mind getting my hands on the Legacy RS. That is also a very, very tempting grab as a battle car. But again, I'm probably going to end up getting the R32 more than likely later on. So don't know how long I'm going to have one particular battle car for. Whoops, didn't mean to tap him there. I'm trying to remember, this car was very understeery the way they have it set up, right? I don't remember. I think it's a lot of on power over or understeer. Believe. Really gotta bring that down. There we go. Yeah, definitely could use a little bit more steering angle. Either that or maybe like another touch of a toe out at the front would be nice. Brakes aren't too bad. Can really boot it out of these corners, not gonna lie. Understeer. But overall, the way they have this RS set up is not too bad. It does kind of suit my driving style, but a little bit, again, too much understeer. Just a tad bit too much. Like that, for example. But overall, however they have this set up, I wish I knew how they had it set up, because then I would just simply replicate it. Minus a few tweaks, but mostly I would copy it. But anyway, Yellow Magic is up next. Oh god. Right, this one's not too bad, but it is a pain. It's not, this car does not handle very good. That's the challenge. It's not beating the guy behind me, it's keeping him behind me and not royally messing up, so it's going to be a lot of me taking it super, super easy, because this thing does not like to grip. You're going to have to be very, very gentle with the throttle, and using a on or off button literally is not exactly the best for that. And this controller does not have pressure sensitivity like an actual PS2 controller would. At least the PS2 controller I remember using when I played Gran Turismo was pressure sensitive. So whether or not all of them were, don't know. Because I do remember not using a, what do they call it? I don't want to call it aftermarket, but I think that's the right word I'm looking for. But yeah, it was just a normal PS2 that or PS2 controller they gave you when you bought the system, and it was pressure sensitive. So yeah, this controller I'm using does not have that luxury, so it's a lot of me just repeatedly tapping the throttle, hopefully trying not to overdo it. So if you're looking at the boost gauge and whatnot and seeing it constantly flickering, well, that's why. But there we go. Not too bad as long as you can keep control of the car. That one, when I originally played this game, that one was a nightmare as well. So now we gotta put the stickers on the car really quick. Excuse me, my nose is bugging the heck out of me. Hopefully that wasn't too loud on the mic. Now I can't remember, I think it was auto, or was it yellow magic? I forget which one does more on the front, hold up. Okay, it doesn't really matter right now, okay. So I'm gonna just put that there, I'm gonna put yellow magic on the front. And then, you know what, just to make it a little bit more uniform, I'm gonna put yours, or take off, on this side. There we go. Car's good to go. I am going to quickly also do Conan Onamagari as well as the daytime events for the new tracks, so get ready to hear some more heavy death metal for no reason, and there's nobody here. That's a shame. Looks like we get to hear the death metal sooner. Not that I want to be hearing death metal. Anyway, Haruna. Okay, now that that ear bleeding is over, let us actually do some... Oh! Interesting. Red Eye. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, he's gonna be a fun one. So yeah, I can't do any of the Haruna FF attackers, because I do believe it's C-level 4? Yes. Want to quickly show that. Gymkhana remains the same. It's always the same layout. The only thing that changes is the scenery outside of the area, and I think they give you more money. I can't remember. I don't know if the time changes gradually, but I do believe they also give you more money, but I could be wrong. So anyway, hill climb, I do believe... No, wait, no, this is still the downhill. Oop. Oop. A little bit of a stutter there. That's new. That's the first time that's happened since the new PC. Anyway. It's nice actually having some more... Oop. Damn it. I was hoping to get away with that. It is nice to have a bit more pick up and go with the turbo. Come on, there we go. Although, yeah, having a turbo in the front-wheel drive Mazda is probably not the best. I'm just hoping that this car can handle it. In other words, I hope it's not too aggressive. That I'm not going to be killing the tires. Okay, so we definitely have the point requirement. Now he's got to run to the goal. Also, it is nice having the better brakes. Now, I don't know if the GT wing would help. I do know they put GT wings on front-wheel drive Civic race cars and whatnot, like actual licensed race cars. But whether or not here it would be actually very useful, I don't know. And let's do a bit of showboating right at the end. Why not? Because there's the finish line. we go. Double the clear points. Not that I actually needed that. Okay, so time attack. Minute 48, that is completely doable. So I also do believe this is one that I farmed regularly, trying to get the sea level up. So I believe it was this one. So I do remember doing a hill climb in Haruna. Unless that was on the previous game, I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. At least I now have ample horsepower to get up the hill. I'm not exactly a slouch anymore. Again, I'm still just concerned whether or not this thing can grip and turn with having a turbo on it, or if that's going to completely upset the balance, which it feels like it did just a bit. So maybe I won't upgrade the turbo. I may just keep upgrading the engine, because I think the front tires can't exactly handle it too much. Probably also need to add a little bit more steering angle. Just a bit. However, when it gets time to actually do any drifting, that steering angle may come back to haunt me a little bit. Just a bit. At least I'm not running out of gearing either, because I made it, or I had it set up to do, I think 209k was the max, because I was afraid 190 wouldn't be enough. And it looks like I'm not even hitting that, so probably could reduce that last gear for the time being. Don't know. I may just leave it. The acceleration isn't bad. Yeah, the turbo, the abrupt increase in boost. Yikes. It's not liking it. It really isn't. So, don't know if having the turbo was a good call, but again, I don't plan for this to be my battle car anyway, so for the time being, I'll put up with it. It shouldn't catch me out too badly. Hopefully I don't get dive bombed into corners, trying to be a little bit more cautious through them when it comes to doing the nighttime events. Through the hairpins. Again, I don't know if I should also change the diff settings. I don't know if I should lock the diff a little bit more or loosen it. I'm thinking about loosening it, to be honest with you. Considering, well, having the lock diff will end up making the car bounce through the corners. So I am noticing, depending on the angle of the corner and whether or not there's any sort of banking, it is bouncing just a slight bit. So yeah, I may lower that by 1. I don't know. I'm actually not screwed. I'll do it now. Actually, give it a try. LSD. I want to put that to a 2. I do want more braking at the back. A little bit more steering angle. Okay. That should hopefully offset some things. So, on to Akagi. I can't wait for that band to be finished. But anyway, so yeah, same thing here. Front wheel drive, can't do it yet. Close. I think I'm going to be a couple of races off from actually getting that done, so hopefully I can do that next episode. But anyway, let's get to it. Also, in terms of the video renderings, I did mention that it is actually... Sorry, let me get my thought here. Shit. In terms of... Dang it, what did I... Wow, I had a thought and I've lost it. That sucks. Anyway, I'll come back to that. I did have a brief thought, and I've already lost it. Shoot. Oh well. It'll come back to me eventually. Now, I'm not going to drift for this corner if I can help it. Or that'll work. Because that's a nasty corner. Doesn't matter what car I use, I always mess that one up. There we go. Wow, this thing actually doesn't mind getting sideways, at least here on the hairpins of Akagi. Ooh, shoot. Aww. I was hoping to do a clean run. Ah, well. And across the line. Time attack is up next. So after this we'll have half the required points through sea level 3. And then we have the other 20 to deal with, so we're only getting 8 more points. So yeah, we'll be at 28. Well, 26, 28. No, wait, no, yeah, 28. Considering this will make 20. So yeah, 28 points, so then we'll have 12 points to get. So yeah, that's going to be fun to do off screen anyway. Now I should also point out in terms of the time attack, drift attack series, I did have a run going down Akagi here with an FD RX-7 just to keep with the initial D theme, and well, that's lost to eternity. Because just when that was finished, that's when the PC got upgraded, so that video never got to see the light of day. Whether or not I redo that video, I do not know unless I want to do something different. I'll have to decide on that, but that will be still quite a little while, because I don't have the car, nor do I have the funds to really go nuts with tuning a car up, right? So, anyway, that race is done. 2 more points. At least we're getting quite a bit of money for this. So who knows, maybe I'll go buy the body kit just to say I bought it. Considering there's nothing else I can really buy, minus the stuff for the turbo. But I think just having the turbo as normal right now is a bit too aggressive. We'll see as I get used to the car a little bit more, maybe I'll actually put some more money into that. For the time being, I think it's best I leave it alone. I'm also not going to lie, that section for the FD was actually quite fun to do. And then there's one more hairpin section just up ahead that was very fun to chain together. That is if you got it right. If you got it wrong, it looked pretty bad, not gonna lie. So yeah, it's this little switchback here. These 3. Yeah, I should bring it down in gear. There we go. This corner wasn't too bad. The exit though was a bit of a challenge, getting it right for this, because you'd have to chain that and this along with the hairpin. That was one continual drift zone, so yeah, that was interesting to get right. Took a lot of tries to get that. Here wasn't too bad, if I remember correctly. This section was a bit of a hit or miss. This corner was fine. It's that little straightaway with the little slight turn that was kind of irritating. I believe it was that one, or if it was slightly further down. This one was fun to chuck it in as well. Oh, it was that corner directly in front of me that's a pain in the ass. That one, because you can put it in and it's always a little bit too much, and you end up just spinning out and smacking the wall. So it's better off not to actually drift on that corner. But anyway, let's move on to Urarako, the final place for the episode. Okay, final place for the episode. So again, just to show it, FF Attacker. The FR Attacker is not here yet. And of course, Gymkhana does remain the same. As well as Akagi, I should have pointed it out, also gets the Rotary Master Cup. I don't know if it gets multiple. I actually don't know if the tracks can get multiple mastered events. No clue. But I do know it gets the Rotary Cup. So I will have to buy a rotary powered vehicle at some point. What that ends up being, I do not know. Again, I could go with an RX-7, yes, but I don't know, maybe I'll go with an RX-8, or I think it's the Mazda 323 that gets a rotary engine. That small little hatchback, I do believe. Or maybe I'll go with, if I do have access to it at the time, and if it is in this game, I don't know, but maybe I'll go with the Buzzbox. Buzzbox would be fun. That would be an interesting one to use. because I do enjoy the buzz box. If anything, I think... Actually, I wonder if the RX-3 is in this game. If the RX-3 is in this game, I would end up using that, more than likely. Anyway, that's well and truly cleared. That did not take any effort whatsoever. And you can see why I enjoy Urarako, with all the beautiful scenery. So now we have the time attack, and I do believe this is a hill climb. I think they're all hill climbs. So minute 25 dead. Okay. Actually, I wonder if tuning this up would end up being faster than the March tune I ended up doing. That would be a fun one. I wonder if I can get a better time. But, won't know, because I can't remember... Like, I can remember the setup, because I have the video, right? But in terms of what exact engine parts I put on it, turbo, if I completely maxed it out, what level everything was, I don't remember. So, I don't think I get a accurate run with that. The only way I could do that is probably getting that March again, maxing out with everything at the very end of the game, and then doing the same to this Mazda, and then having a go at it. But by that point, either A, I'll forget, more than likely, or it's going to be a case of why bother. Doesn't serve any purpose. But maybe I should do take an idea from another fellow YouTuber. If you don't already watch him, I highly suggest it. His YouTube channel is Fail Race, if anybody knows that. Good. But take an idea from him picking a track, making cars, and just have like a leaderboard standing to see which cars end up doing better for a little bit. That is an idea I like. I just don't want to straight up copy it. I really don't want to do that. Because I would rather have a little bit of a twist or a change, but can't really exactly do that. So, I don't know. That is an idea to use, but not very original if I'm borrowing or stealing it per se from another YouTuber. I'd rather not do that. Yeah, and this car is all out of shape for Rocco. Yeah, might be a good idea to end up changing the car at some point. Excuse me. At some point it would be beneficial to change the car, because this one does not like the downhill. It's not really getting turned in too well. Having to be extremely easy. And it feels like I'm making very, very poor time by doing this. Considering give me a rear-wheel drive car and I would just go through this without too much issue. Because the back end will step out just that little bit. That'll make it actually useful to get through the corners that much quicker. But there we go. That's everything in daytime done. So I'll take care of the 12 points off screen, and then we'll do the medals next episode. But that is going to wrap it up for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.